What did US left behind in Afghanistan? Welcome back to Doc Industry. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Back to the main question. A total number of 73 aircrafts, nearly 100 vehicles and other equipment were abandoned by US troops as they pulled out ahead of the 31 August deadline. But US Central Command Head Gen Kenneth McKenzie said it had all been rendered impossible to use. Those aircrafts will never fly again, he said. The aircrafts abandoned in Kabul include MD-530 helicopters used for reconnaissance and close attacks, A-29 light attack planes. In June, the Afghan armed forces were using 43 MD-530s provided by the US, 23 A-29s. Establishing the cost of individual items of equipment is not straightforward, but the unit cost of an A-29 has been quoted as more than $10 million. Used by the US State Department to evacuate staff from the embassy in Kabul, 7 Sea Knights have reportedly been rendered inoperable and left behind. At least one C-130 Hercules transport plane was also pictured on the tarmac. According to Gen McKenzie, 70 mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles MRAPs were also abandoned after being disabled. The cost of a single MRAP has been quoted as $1 million. Also left behind in Kabul were 27 Humvee all-terrain military vehicles, an unspecified quantity of counter-rocket and artillery defense systems. In some cases, explosives were used to render equipment impossible to use. Elsewhere in country, however, Afghan troops fled, making little effort to destroy or disable equipment. Satellite images suggest some aircrafts were flown out of the country to Uzbekistan in the days before the collapse of the Afghan government, and experts point out that some aircraft may be of very limited use to the Taliban, without trained pilots, maintenance, and access to spare parts. Although it is impossible to establish a specific number, most of the 167 aircrafts, including 33 US-60 Black Hawk helicopters under the control of the Afghan armed forces, are now in Taliban's hands, and the Taliban are clearly already using other US equipment. Taliban special forces have been pictured in Kabul with M4 rifles. The US also provided more than 2,500 Humvees from 2017 to 2020. According to the US Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, the specific costs may vary, but the unit price has been quoted as more than $250,000. Other equipment experts say could be a huge tactical value to the Taliban, including night vision goggles, 16,000 of which were provided to Afghan troops between 2003 and 2021. So, as you can see guys, Taliban is now much stronger than it used to be. That's right, some of you might say that they don't know how to fly them, they don't have trained pilots. But have in mind, the Afghan military air force has trained pilots, plus they could sell them in black market and buy much bigger guns than they have. This situation has created a bigger threat than it used to be. Well, this is it for this video guys. See you guys on the next video.